Michael O'Hare, ex-CEO, philanthropist, all-round life coach, and the author and founder of the worldwide acclaimed Best in Business seminar series. Welcome to Enter the Dojo of Business. Hiya! The weekly show where I answer questions and help absolute fuckwits like you forge successful and rewarding careers. Follow the Facebook group and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Remember, if you have a question or want some advice on any work-related matter, maybe you've involuntarily shit yourself in front of senior work colleagues, or you've got no idea how to send an email, well, stick it in the comment box or send me a message. Remember, there is such a thing as a stupid question, and you'll find it here. So, without further ado, let's get into our first question this week. And it is an email from Yolanda Tewksbury, Greenville, Michigan. She says, Dear Michael, my manager said I should never drop my smile in front of the customer, but it really does hurt. Is that right? Oh, for fuck's sake, grow a pair, will you? If you want to be the goddamn best in business, you better break a sweat or crack a fucking little smile. Of course it's right. Whether it's only a few seconds or a few hours, you always smile in front of the customer. And, Yolanda, some client meetings go on for days continuously, so you'll have to pull up your fucking pantyhose and show your body face, sweetheart. So, why do you need to smile? Well, why does a cheap-ass hooker smile through her tears when she's French kissing a chubby, elderly man? Because it's all about letting the client know you're enjoying being with them, even if your soul and complete sense of dignity and self-worth has died inside. It's a fact that in all business, people pay money if you make them feel good. When you impress your new employers by getting that new job, you get a pay rise. By ass-kissing your boss, you get a yearly bonus. In exchange for a happy ending, you tip the masseuse. And by smiling with Mr. Trump, you get to be First Lady. So what if you're a wimp-ass bitch like Yolanda here, and you can't hold your smile for 6 hours straight? Well, you seek professional help and adaptation. Look how natural that is. So, good luck with that, Yolanda. Our next message is a phone-in voice message.
Hello, Michael. It's Peter Piper from Edinburgh, Scotland. I'm a big fan of your show, and I would like to know, what is your least favourite key on a laptop keyboard? Best regards, P. Piper.
Thank you, Peter. Well, my least favorite key is the semicolon. It's a constant reminder why I should never perform a surgical procedure on myself. So, thank you, Peter, for that insightful question. Okay, it's time for Business Fact of the Week. 92% of vegans are more likely to rudely visit the bathroom in the middle of an important work meeting, whereas most meat eaters will simply hold it in. Okay, another fact next week. Okay, we have a Twitter message from @BigBigFat1 who says, Hi, Michael. What was the lowest point in your career? It was 1993, and I was hosting the most important business meeting of my career to date, with Bill Gates in the foyer of the Intercontinental Times Square. We were on the verge of signing all the legal documentation, and we were about to announce a revolutionary new product to the market. Ham and eggs, 95. It was running late, and we were just signing those documents that would bring those business behemoths, O'Hare and Gates, together. But then, all of a sudden, my father burst into the foyer in only a robe, chaperoned by two of Wall Street's most notorious local escorts. Now, I want to be clear about something. Bill has actively supported the sex trade. He's repeatedly told me he's been a long-time advocate of liberalized prostitution and its role in a thriving and dynamic capitalist market, facilitating the free flow of liquidity and stabilizing inflation. But he abhors all forms of nudity. And sadly for my father, the robe he was wearing was several sizes too small. And inevitably, something would make an unannounced appearance. Bill went apoplectic. The sight of seeing O'Hare Sr.'s corn dog was enough to have him cancel the contract and terminate our partnership before it had even begun. For me, it's always been a case of what could have been. If only my father could have worn a robe that had fit him. So, that's the lowest point in my career. So thanks very much for the question. Okay, it is time for our top weekly business headlines. American Airlines has commenced legal proceedings against a salted peanut that had found its way on board a transatlantic flight last week. An airline spokeswoman stated that the peanut, who had purchased a valid business class ticket, presented a clear threat to anybody on board who had had a nut allergy. The peanut itself has declined to comment. Sticking with travel, in an attempt to increase its customer base, Greyhound, the US coach company, is offering some passengers an opportunity to improve their traveling experience. The White Privilege upgrade service will only be available to non-white passengers and will entitle them to an enhanced level of courteous behavior, an assurance that no member of staff will look at them suspiciously, and a porter who will only be too happy to help them with their luggage. And finally, Veolia, the global waste disposal company, has enlisted the help of Hollywood A-listers. Dame Judi Dench, Johnny Depp, Anna Kendrick, and Robert Downey Jr. are amongst the stars who have all contributed fecal samples to help promote the increased use of biodegradable materials. A spokesman for the company stated, "This is definitely a shit idea." Lovely. Okay, so more business news next week. Our next message is a Facebook message from Sheila Kirby, San Angelo, Texas. She says, "Dear Michael, I'm spending a lot of time at home at the moment." You sound like one of those bored housewife sex lines. Do you have any suggestions for what attire is suitable for doing Zoom or other video conferencing calls? Yes. It's all about making an impression, even when you're on mute. How can you impact and influence when you're not saying anything? Answer, by your face and what you're wearing. Why, Michael O'Hare, the best in business, wear a shirt, tie, and braces? Because your small pea-sized brain has already subconsciously told you that I'm in charge. But what about other types of clothing that are suitable for video conferencing? Well, there's the classic double-breasted suit. Lovely. The blazer. Power dressing, 80s and 90s style. Yes, pads. The medieval tunic. A cloak. Bow tie and Benedict cummerbund. High-vis jacket. Yes, it's blue collar, but it does command attention. Cowboy bolo neck tag. That's very appropriate for you in Texas, Sheila. And that concludes this week's show, the show that Sir Patrick Stewart called a pile of concentrated business wank. I interpret that as high protein. So thanks for joining us, and look forward to seeing you same time, same place, next week for Enter the Dojo of Business. Hiya!